the humans have left the room, so I'm just gonna squeeze in the bowl here, and when they drop in the new goldfish, old Ginger Snap will be waiting. What if they bring back a snapping turtle? All right, the humans have left the room, so I'm just gonna squeeze in the bowl here, and when they drop in the new goldfish, old Ginger Snap will be waiting. What if they bring back a snapping?
Puppy, bear, bunny, Yoda, seal.
Max, I knew you was gonna do.
He's about 1,000 pounds right now, but he's just like a giant baby. The second Tatanka sees me, he just wants to be with me.
Good boy. Good boy. Woo. Buffalo baby, buffalo baby.
I will lay down and he'll put his head on top of me, and his head is massive. His head is as large as my torso. And he hates my phone. If he sees me get my phone, he will smack it with his nose. The first time he did that, I was like, oh my gosh. I can't believe he was once that tiny and helpless. And this is how his story started. When my boss had an orphan calf at 1 week old, sometimes bison, if they have twins, they can't take care of both babies. And so the mother chose one baby and he was left behind. So it was my job to bottle feed him and raise him. So he became very special to me as a reminder of like light and new things being born. But when I first saw him, he wouldn't let anybody touch him. He was just very scared and very weak. He had traveled across the whole country and he had just been born, and he was confused and just so frightened. And there's not much online about how to raise a baby bison, so I had to figure out a lot of it along the way. And so we were not sure if he was going to make it. He came into my life the date my brother had passed the year before. It just felt like that was my sign and that I needed to protect him and heal him. Whenever he would get nervous, I would tell him a story and he would just get very calm. And his favorite story out of all that I've read him is Beauty and the Beast, which is funny. So I fell in love with him. I would sit in his pen with him for hours, just reading him fairy tales. And eventually he started coming up to me and then taking naps on me. And after about a week with him, I realized he was getting stronger and stronger, and he just had this will to live.
It's okay.
He had a big personality, and he had things that he liked and didn't like, and he knew exactly who he was. Whenever he would get happy, he would do the happy hops like a bunny or like a deer, and it was so funny to see this big animal doing that. He had a ball, and he would bring this ball. It was huge. It's the size of him. He will take his gigantic ball, and he will stand up on his hind legs and try and throw the ball over the fence to get attention. He brings his ball still everywhere with him. He sleeps with it. He tries to climb on it and get all 4 feet so that he's standing on this giant ball. He started letting his goofy side out with his happy hops and his ball.
Good boy. Good boy.
He loves kisses. He wants to kiss your entire face. He's so funny. Actually, he's pretty gentle, which is funny because he's a wild bison. He loves costumes. I will put costumes on him and he will just strut around and he feels so confident. And then if I try to take the costumes off and put them away in the box, he'll pull them out again and try and put them back on himself.
So hard to. We have
I did not think a bison would be so silly and so playful. He's so funny. He makes me laugh every day. He loves making people laugh. He loves the sound of people laughing. He'll do silly things to get their attention and make them laugh. He's always up to something. He's always trying to figure out how everything in the pen works. He will take things apart. He will play in his water trough. My dad sprays him with the hose, and he loves getting sprayed with the hose. It's funny because everybody told me that with bison, they get more aggressive the older they get. And with Tatanka, he became much more gentle and mild-mannered. I've raised cows and I've raised other animals, but he's so different from any animal I've ever seen. He's more like a human. He's just so smart that if I try and teach him something, he will learn it in the second go. I became like his mother, so when he gets scared, he would hide behind me. Now, if he gets scared, he tries to protect me. He's my baby. And so I will just cuddle with him and I'll take naps with him. And then one day my dad had gotten a photo of me with him and I realized how big his head was. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's huge and I'm little. He started growing pretty quickly. He started getting a lot of fur really fast. He started getting very fluffy. His horns grew so quickly. I was not expecting that. He's about 1,000 pounds right now and he's only 2. But he needed a friend, someone who spoke his language. Around that time, we rescued Coda as well. Coda is a fully black Angus calf, and we could raise him alongside Tatanka, because bison are herd animals. And Coda used to sit on my lap and take naps. He was a very sweet, sweet, gentle cow, and then he started growing up. They just booped noses and became best friends immediately. I was worried that Tatanka would be too rough for Coda, but it turns out Coda was too rough for Tatanka. But they love each other. And they would lay on each other and lick each other and play. I'll catch them get the zoomies together and they'll both start running around the field. They like to headbutt each other and play ball. They like to play soccer with their feet. They're like brothers, completely opposite personalities. Tatanka is very outgoing and he's like, will claim your attention immediately. And he's a very deep thinker. And Coda's like, hi, what's up? But he's more just wants food. He's like, where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? They balance each other, yin and yang. It makes me so happy seeing them together. I just love both of them so much. But the second Tatanka sees me, he just wants to be with me. He kind of still is a baby because they don't reach maturity until they're 4 and he's 2.5.
Tonkers, you're silly.
My bond with him has grown so strong. He feels like he's a part of my soul now. And wherever I go and whatever I do, he's going to be a part of it in my life. And every moment I'm with him, it's just pure magic. My life with him feels like a fairy tale. A lot of people told me you can't tame a wild animal. And I agree, you can't, but you can form a relationship with them built on respect and love and form a bond and become a part of their herd. And so that's what I did with Tatanka. I would not change a single thing about him. He's perfect. He really changed my life. He reshaped all of it. So every day that I'm with him, I just feel he's healing me more and more. I imagine him and me just together and happy for the rest of his life.
One day, I just noticed a cat head pop through that hole in the fence. She honestly just seemed really lonely. She was hungry. But she was terrified of humans. She didn't want anything to do with me. Anytime I tried to get her to say hello, she would just freak out and run. I was just like, I need to do something to help her. I put some food out for her and thought that would probably be it. And then she came back the next day. And then the next day. We got her a outdoor cat house with like a nice little sunroof. We made the whole backyard into like a nice little cat kingdom.
I love you.
I fed her for like 4 months before she'd even let me get close enough to give her a little scratch on the head.
It's okay.
Wait, I could feel she didn't trust me yet. Only when she kept her distance is when she felt safe. In fact, at that point, I still was like, she's just gonna be a stray forever. Except one day, she showed up for dinner and it looked like she had gotten into a fight or something. So I was like, all right, Papa Bear, gotta get her inside. She freaked out and ran around for a little bit and then made her way down to the studio.
You're walking around finally.
She had what looked like a full belly. I was just like, cool. Throw some blankets, throw some stuff down here. So she got nice and comfy. But then we saw her belly started moving and we're like, oh, what's happening? She's definitely pregnant. I'd never seen a cat birth before. I didn't know what to do. I'm freaking out. The internet's freaking out. But the internet rallied together and coached me. And yeah, we got everybody out. She had 4 babies. Because up to that point, she hadn't let me even pick her up ever. But during the labor, she totally let me handle her babies.
It's okay.
I think she knew that I was looking out for them. That was the moment I think that Frances started finally trusting me and letting me be her human. The plan was to adopt them out, but they were all just so bonded. I couldn't bring myself to separate them. So now I have 8. They are spoiled rotten. There's more cat furniture than there is human furniture. And now I no longer have kitchen cabinets above the refrigerator because they decided, oh, it's nice and warm up here because of the refrigerator.
Hey, kiddo. Can I kiss? Thank you.
I created like a little cat hotel upstairs. They don't ever come down. That's their world. They have their own little robot and fountains and everything up there. And you'd be amazed what can turn into a cat bed.
Okay, am I crazy or is this a great idea? My cats have taken over this up here, right? But I was thinking, right? I can always put these cups and dishes somewhere else. What if I knock this wall down, right?
Sometimes you find cat hair in places you're like, how did you even get there? Sometimes I don't always sleep because they like to have 4 a.m. zoomies.
Yeah. They even go to the bathroom together.
I am but a faithful servant to all the fur in this house. But with Frances, I never expected her to become so affectionate.
Good morning, Mama and kittens. Where's it? What? Mama?
She's such a cuddle bug. She loves me. She comes up and just like falls into a ball into my lap. And I always joke, I'm not a religious person.
Do you want to come up?
But you cannot convince me she's not an angel in disguise. Because I remember when there was a couple nights she didn't come for dinner. God, there was multiple nights that I would be out with a flashlight in abandoned buildings in our block just looking for her. But I felt from the moment that I met her that I had like this responsibility to look out for her.
Good morning.
People do not believe me when I say that she was feral, and if you weren't there, you probably wouldn't believe it either. But earning her trust and watching her transformation, best feeling ever. Best feeling ever. It's awesome. When somebody's like, you're a good cat dad, I think that's the best compliment that I get.
When I feel like destroying the house or making a mess and just getting my stress out, I know the one person that will help me make a mess, and that's Murph. No! She's like a wild dog, and maybe with a little human inside. Merv is my partner in crime.
Babe, your pad thai is ready. I will not go out. This is my room. Merv, 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 Merv.
I love Merv a whole lot.
Merv.
But in the past, I wasn't a cat person. My wife, she sometimes works in an area of Los Angeles that has a stray cat problem.
Merv. Merv, let go of Mama. Merv.
And one day, I got a text from her saying, "Hey, there's a little kitty cat. Please bring a blanket and a box." I said, "No, please don't make me do this. I don't want a cat. I have no room in my heart for any more love." But of course, I did it, and that's how Merv came about. We found Merv just in this like abandoned park area, just drinking chemicals. She can barely walk. She had ants on her and bugs. I wasn't even really convinced she was a cat, and she was like honestly trying to kill me, which happens sometimes with kittens. So it took a little time, and we made it work.
Smile. It's a video. I'm sorry.
Though I still wasn't sure about her. But things changed when Merv's personality started to unfold. So who are you? Oh, Merv.
Merv, are you Batman?
You know, Siamese are very vocal. They have a lot to say. I love you. And the first time I ever heard her talk was when she saw a coyote out the window and she screamed coyote. And I thought, well, there's not going to be a coyote. But I looked out the window and there was a coyote and, you know, she saved my life. We have fish lunch, chicken, cucumbers. Merv, we have food in the fridge. We're not going to go out and get it. We eat as a family. She tells me she loves me. I love you. She protects her bird. It's your bird. She screams to Bagagua. Merv loves Bagagua. Merv loves Bagagua. Merv loves. Give me 5. And nobody really knows who Bagagua is. I think Merv is the only one who really knows who Bagagua is. Merv, Bagagua's here. He's beautiful. Oh my. So after that, she started crawling on me and just sharing my food with me. What's special about Merv? Okay, be whoever you want. Is she has wild interests that she obsesses over. She doesn't like the other normal cat stuff. Like, we don't do catnip. She doesn't really like to play with feathers. She just likes to be wild in a human way. I work in a very non-calming career as an actor. There's a lot of ups and downs. But Merv is always there to sort of like jump on me and purr and chill and keep my blood pressure low. And she's become a comedy partner. We get to do it together, but she's changed my life in that she's a partner in many ways. She's made me realize that it's better to love than to not.
It's okay, buddy. Come on in, brother. Bring your food in. You are clear. The coast is clear. Come on in, buddy. Come on in.
Cinnabon would visit probably a few times a week at this point.
Remember how I said Cinnabon's a window peeper? Well, look, there he is.
He would take a bite to eat, and then he'd kind of look around. He was very wired with attention and looking for predators. And once he would spot me, he would make eye contact, and his eyes would get really big, and he would freeze. And then if I moved a little bit or breathed or whatever, he would turn around and run. He probably thought that it was unusual that there's so much food and that could be a trap.
Oh, he's worried. You come inside, brother. Here, I'll step back. Come here. Come on in. No threats inside. You can come in. Threat level 0.
And then eventually, in time, he got a little more used to me.
Hi, sweetie.
He'd run like 6 feet away, and then he would think about it, and then he might walk back to the food bowl. So at that point, the next challenge for me was to try to see if I can get him to come inside and let me pet him.
Oh, look at that. As if on cue, I thought maybe for a moment he wanted to come inside, but it looks like he just wants to eat some food.
I moved into the country, and after a few months, I noticed there was a cat walking around my yard. I realized he needed some care because he was really thin, and he looked like he was starving.
I was gonna watch a movie downstairs, and look who's outside the window. He must have found a good spot, I guess. Interesting. Oh, I think he hears me. Oh no. Hi. Hi, buddy. How's the baby doing?
At first, I thought his cut ear was like frostbite or maybe an animal bit it, but then people told me somebody cut it. And you feel bad for him because he probably thinks something bad's going to happen. I remember opening my door and trying to call him. But if he saw me outside, he would run away, and that surprised me. So I put out a little can of tuna fish out there for him, and also I bought some cat food. And he immediately went for the cat food and started eating.
Hey, why are you so flinchy? Come on inside, bud. Come on inside. Come here. I got candy in here.
I initially thought he maybe just needed some temporary help and was passing through. And I didn't realize he was homeless and actually needed a home more than just food.
Do I have to get a treat out for you? Do I have to get a treat out for you? Just like old times, huh? Do I have to get a treat out? I might have to do that. See if I can get him in with some treats.
I could tell he wanted inside, but he didn't have all the courage to actually make that leap.
Window peeper, he wants inside. I'm gonna let him in just a minute. Here you go. Look, look, look. Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you just bite it? Here, here. There you go.
And then one day, I had a sliding door open, and he would just stand there, and he would tiptoe a little bit in.
I'll throw one to you. Here you go. Hey, here you go. There you go. Aw, good boy.
When Cinnabon first came in the house, that was a huge moment because I knew that this was breaking a lot of ground with him.
You want to come inside, don't you? Ready to come inside? Ready, spaghetti? Here you go. Time to go inside. There we go. Woo!
And then he ran downstairs and hid under her bed for probably 2 to 4 hours. So I gave him some space, and he eventually came out and would come to me. But there was still a challenge of him not wanting to be petted.
Ooh. Whoa. I guess he's done. What you doing? What you doing, buddy? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hey.
But then he bumped his head on my arm and kind of rubbed his cheek on my arm.
Good morning, sweetheart.
And then once he let me pet him, it accelerated pretty fast from there.
Kitty on the deck. We got the kitty on the deck. He loves hanging out on the rails, don't you, buddy?
We go for walks in the woods, and he would follow me like a dog.
His daddy.
He just runs and hops up a tree, and that's just the funniest thing, because a lot of this is new to me. He's a very affectionate cat, and he shows his emotions with a lot of meows. And we'll watch movies together, and then he'll rest his chin on my arm, which is really cute.
We're watching the Terminator, aren't we, little boo?
If I'm gone, like for work for a few days, or on vacation and come back home, to show he misses me, he'll like lick my arm for a while.
What has he been doing all day? Hey, buddy. Yeah, I missed you. I was getting worried, dude.
He has a really well-balanced life now, being inside and outside when he wants to be.
Wanna go back inside, buddy?
Especially when we're together outside. He loves when I'm walking with him in the woods. There's always new things I'm figuring out about him. You can tell he's really happy.
Good morning to my sweet little Cinnabon, huh? Yeah? I got a treat. Start the morning off with a treat. Oh, good boy.
It's interesting thinking back, and I believe everything happens for a reason. I was told by someone else that you never really choose a cat will choose you, and he certainly did. And it opened up a lot of doors for me, and learning empathy, learning to provide for an animal, and also being part of their life. That's really amazing to me.
What are you doing, little boo? I'd ask if you're gonna do the dishes, but they're already done. Yeah. What's he gonna do now? He's gonna check on Daddy?
And him coming into my life, uninvited really, is pretty amazing.
Sometimes love finds us when we least expect it. And earning trust can often take some time, but it's always worth it. Kindness didn't just change Cinnabon's life, it changed Alex's too. This story teaches us that true friendship can change our lives in ways we never even imagined.
See? It's really relaxed. Just kind of moving around.
Frosty was just swimming around and coming to my husband whenever he was calling him.
Good job.
We were on vacation and had this swimming pool available to us. And he was curious every time we were there. So he entered the swimming pool and started swimming with my husband. When he sees water, he comes inside. From the very first moments in our place, Frosty was always coming to my husband to get some cuddles. He's still coming on the same side of the bed where my husband is sleeping. He wants to be brushed all around.
Have you ever seen a cat look at someone this way? Frosty's eyes light up whenever his dad is near. That bond is impossible to fake.
His preferred activity would be running behind my husband. They play really hard because he loves to be taken, thrown on the bed, and chased a little bit. So they chase one another.
But the start of Frosty's story wasn't so simple. It took a few hurdles and lucky turns to get here. The biggest one was this man who swore he'd never have a cat.
I was begging my husband, like on a daily basis, to get a cat because I love cats. But he always thought that he was allergic to cats, therefore it became a joke. He was saying no.
But when Marina saw Frosty's photo for the first time, she knew he was special. His big shiny eyes went straight to her heart. So from that moment, it felt like he was meant to be theirs. Frosty quickly got used to his new home.
He loves contact, like human contact, and in this respect I would say he is rather a dog than a cat because he wants to stay with you. Whenever we come home, he's always happy to welcome us, and probably he does recognize the sound of the car, so he's always waiting in front of the door. He's running just to greet us, and then he falls down and is ready for some cuddles. Very tender. He's just a sweetheart.
But besides just having fun with his humans, Frosty has a surprising side.
He loves hikes, and if we're going to nature,
Puka has always had a very big personality, especially for a tiny kitten. My husband and I were donating a few things, and the first thing I grabbed was his old skateboard. Suddenly, I heard it rolling. There was Puka jumping on the skateboard like she was a born natural skateboarder. It honestly kind of looks like she's performing. She lands with total intention, like sticking a landing in gymnastics. Our hallway has basically become her racetrack. Now that Puka is bigger, she prefers a little VIP treatment. She'll get on her board and wait patiently for either my husband or I to give her a push. Sometimes she will actually use her front paw to push off the ground. The fact that a cat can understand the concept of momentum is pretty wild to me. The skateboard matches between Puga and her brother Baloo have become one of our favorite traditions. After we brought Baloo home, it only felt fair that he joined in on the fun, of course. I can't help but feel this deep sense of gratitude and wonder. Something so unexpected turned into such a joyful part of our world. She's not just skateboarding, she's creating memories that we'll be talking about forever.
Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Didge, come on. Very good. Come on. Yes.
Oh, the scritches. Oh, the scritches. Oh, look at that beautiful girl. Thank you. Just a little nibble. Let me see. Oh, beautiful teethers. Your beautiful teethers. Boop, 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 boop. Tug a tooth today? We do tug a tooth today?
Never, ever, ever, I mean ever, forget how awesome you are. Never, ever.
3,000 my kilos that rock like a boat ride. I'm inspired by the old guys. You know you're an old guy. Wasn't be the old bitch. I'll be there in no time. I'll be out here for the road. Hit your mama boy like Jay. Got some.
Alright. I see. I wasn't expecting that, bitch.
That's supposed to be.
Hey, Cash! Did you miss me?
The biggest question I get asked all the time is, how on earth do you have a donkey in the house? But he's very much adapted to our life inside. And then at night, it's amazing. He knows, okay, it's time for bed. He gets his bottle before bed, and then he goes in our room with us. We turn the lights off. He goes over to the side of the bed that my husband's on, and he sleeps the whole night.
I'm filming our little gorilla.
One morning, my husband and I happened to be kind of walking, checking our fences. We went into a part of the farm we'd never really go into, and all of a sudden, We had a very big surprise this morning. We go outside and one of our donkeys gave birth way earlier than we thought. We watched her jump up and she ran over and started stomping and kicking him. So we ran over, I jumped on Cash. My husband came and cut the umbilical cord and we ran him inside to save him. And the journey began of us raising a baby donkey in the house. And we knew nothing at all. We just were really overwhelmed because we knew we were the only chance for this little guy to survive. The first day was not an easy day. First of all, I was sore because the mom had been kicking. I was all full of bruises and beat up. We just really didn't know what we were doing. And the donkey didn't know what to do either. So the first day was a lot of phone calls with the vet. Like, what are we supposed to do here? And I remember that first night, I don't think we slept at all.
Get over here, lay down.
At the same time, I mean, we both knew, like, okay, this is basically like our child and we have to keep him alive. I'd say the first couple days was really just him figuring out that he was living with us. Getting used to drinking and getting some strength.
Come here. Come here. Say hi. Say hi, little buddy.
And then all of a sudden it was like he realized, okay, this is my home. I'm safe. And he just came alive. He'll lie down next to either one of us. He knows we're working. It's not playtime, and he'll just chill out all day. And then after work, we go outside and feed the animals and play.
Very cute.
Come on, my little snowman.
It took about a week, and then his personality really started coming out. Personality is kind of a little rascal. He was not afraid of any of the animals. He would just go running up to all of them and wanted to meet everybody. Like he was saying, hello, I'm here, welcome me. He was like a little racehorse running around all over the place. That progressed to he'd run up next to another animal and do a little kick like he was showing off. He definitely knows like how to demand attention, and we have other animals. If he's out there and he sees me loving on them, he gets very jealous. He'll come up and he'll put his head under my hand to push me off, like, don't pet them, pet me. He's very much likes to be the center of attention. He knows he's the star. He's definitely bossy.
Cash! Cash, where are you?
When he's wanting to play, he'll come up and he'll like start, not hard, but he'll start nibbling on your pants or your feet. Like, hey, I'm right here. Pay attention to me. And when he's hungry and it's time for a bottle, he will just come up and start hitting you from behind. Like, come on, I don't care what you're doing. It's time to eat.
Come on. Cash!
I think he thinks he's a dog. He likes to kind of rub up on you, or he likes to lie down and he'll let you rub on him. He had the zoomies like dogs get.
So I always knew Cash thought he was a dog. That's taking it to a whole new level.
He really just wants to always know right where we are and be within sight of us. But he definitely is the daddy's boy.
You helping Dad?
He loves to help him, constantly like follow him around the kitchen. He loves getting kisses from my husband, loves always sleeping next to him.
We've got Mr. Cash in here, just getting love from Daddy.
They have a very special bond, whereas I'm the one that usually gives him the bottle. But you can just tell he prefers my husband. I mean, he definitely looks at us like we're his parents.
I'm in love with those little tiny hooves.
He came into this world in a terrible way, but you can tell it didn't ruin him. We let him interact with his mom through the fence, and he loves her. He doesn't hold against her that she was so cruel to him. He's a good example of loving unconditionally.
Easy, baby. Oh.
He's brought a lot of life into our life. He's so full of energy and just spunkiness, and it's affected all the animals. You know, it's definitely made our life busier, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Because it's just such an incredible experience to have him inside in our day-to-day life, watching him grow and develop.
I forget that our life isn't quite as normal as everyone else's.
He just loves and trusts everybody. He loves life, and he just is so happy to be alive, and it's just, it does something to you when you watch that. It's pretty amazing.
That was nice, Casey. That was nice.